Hey, what's up guys? So the second printing of my book sold out quicker than I thought, which is amazing, so congratulations to those of you who picked one up. I want to talk to you about one effect in it that uses a principle that some of you might not be aware of. I didn't explain it in the book because I just assumed that, well, everybody knew what it was. I'm realizing that's not the case, so this video I'm going to teach you that effect, and so this will be a reference to when you read the book. The effect is called reinforce, and it uses the out to lunch principle. It was created by Edward Bagshaw, and it comes out of the book 20 Magical Novelties, written in 1936. It has many different uses and applications, but like all things, I like to put a little different twist on it. Let's get into it! Alright, so the out to lunch principle, I'll give you a quick demo of this and I'll break it down for you. So let's say we had a stack of business cards and a deck of cards. So we would first maybe give it a quick mix, and we would write a prediction on a business card. So let's say we did that like this. Sorry for the sloppiness. And let's say we wrote down let's go with the 7 of hearts. So we write down the 7 of hearts like this. Then we have our spectator write down a number from, say, 1 to 52. So let's say they name 12. They write it down here, and maybe they can even initial it as well. So SD for SD card. Just kidding, Sean Devine. So we can take this over here like this and put that there, and we count 12 cards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So this deck, as you can see, they're all different. And you could have named any number. I wrote down one card. Let's see what this card is. The King of Spades, not the 7 of Hearts. But if I take that business card, just give it a little wave, something strange might happen. The 7 of Hearts. Now it looks like the King of Spades, and that is your signature SD card. So here's what you'll need to make your out to lunch gimmick. So you have a pen, a rubber band, a stack of business cards, or you can just use index cards, and a pair of scissors. So what you do is take the scissors and take one of the business cards and just cut it in half right down the middle like this. Now what you do is you take one of the pieces and write down your fake prediction on it. In our case earlier, it was the 7 of hearts. So you just put down the 7 of hearts on this little piece, just like this. Next, you take this real stack and you write down your real prediction. In our case, it would be the King of Spades. So on top of here, you just write down the King O Spades, just like that. Now here's the secret. You take the fake card, the little half card, and you put it on top of it so it covers like that. And then you take your rubber band and you wrap it around the stack twice. That way it covers the, where they can't see the cut. But I find the rubber band a pain in the ass, and I don't really like how it looks in my pocket. I think it looks, I don't know, for me, this thing right here is a life changer. It's called the Out to Dinner Gimmick by Doc Eason, and I'll leave a link down below too where you can pick that up if you want to, which I highly recommend. But the rubber band works just fine. This just fits my style a little bit better. The only downside to this clip is that it only holds about 4 or 5 cards, which I'm okay with. Anyway, you take your little half card and you just slip it in there like this. That way it covers the real prediction and it covers the part where it's cut, so everything looks as it should be. So the trick is you have your spectator name any number and they write it down on this little bottom section. Let's say they name 12, so they write 12 on there and they write their name, in this case SD, for SD card. So what happens when you go to take this card out, what's really happening is that you're taking out the real card that has your real prediction on it, but from this side, from above, they can't see that. It just looks like you're pulling out the bottom card. In reality, you're taking out the real one, leaving that little half card behind. And that, in a nutshell, is the out to lunch principle. Alright, so reinforce. The effect is you have 2 spectators, and you have one of them secretly cut to a card, showing nobody what it is, only they know what the card is. And then you say to the other spectator, wouldn't it be awesome if I could teach you how you could find this card? So you take out your business cards and you say, look, I have the secret with me right here, and you show it to them, and what they're going to see is this part of the card where it says, say stop when you see the Queen of Hearts. So in a sense, you're making the other spectator become an instant stooge. But then you're going to punch them in the face later when they see the card that they put their name on, when it says, just believe you can. So to set it up, you put the whole card in there, which says, just believe you can. Then you take the half card that says, stop when you see the Queen of Hearts. in there like this, and you're ready to go. So to start, you have the Queen of Hearts on the bottom of the deck. You give the deck a slip shuffle, keeping it there. Then you hand the deck to one spectator, and you ask them to cut about half to the table like this. And then they look at the card they cut to on the top of the pack they're holding. In this case, it'll be the 6 of spades, but nobody knows that but them. Then you have them cut about half of the cards they're holding on top of there, and then the rest on top, which all that does is put your key card, the Queen of Hearts, on top of their card, somewhere near the upper part of the deck. So the deck is on the table. The only person that knows the card is this spectator right here. So now you turn to your other spectator and you say, look, wouldn't it be cool if you could somehow find this card? Then you pull this out and you say, well, it just so happens I have the secret with me right here. And then you say, look, you don't show this to the other spectator, but you show this to them secretly, right? And then you read what it says, and they're just reading stop when you see the Queen of Hearts. Now you give them the pen and you say, look, this is actually a legal document and I need you to sign it. Alright, so they do, let's say, April Divine, that is my lovely wife, AD. Alright, so they sign the document, and all you need to do now is do the switch. So under cover of them not seeing anything, you pull this card out, leaving that fake thing behind, which, unbeknownst to anybody, you have just believe you can written down on this card, face down. Which a lot of times when you do the out to lunch principle, you have to be real secretive with it, right? But in this case, it makes sense because you don't want them to see it, right? The other spectator. Now you pick the deck up and you say, look, I'm going to deal cards face up, and anytime just say stop. And remember, just believe you can. So by saying these words, remember, just believe you can, is the first time this spectator is hearing this. But to this person, they think that's what the card says, right? Just believe you can, or something like that along those lines. So it's kind of like a dual reality. So you start dealing face up, and you say stuff like, just go with your instinct, just believe you can. And then we get to the Queen of Hearts, they're going to shout stop, right? And then maybe, where is it right there? So they say stop, and then look, have you seen your card yet? You spread this over, they say no. And you say for the first time, what was your card? They say the 6 of spades, turn that over, and boom. Everybody at this point is freaking out, and nobody knows what happened. So every time I've done this trick, everyone reaches for this card, and when they turn it over and it just says, just believe you can, they're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. And to the person who you did it for, April Divine, they're freaking out the most. And I normally play it off as sort of like a hypnosis type situation, right? Making them believe that they saw something that wasn't actually there. Whatever your style is, just go with that. Alright, so I hope you liked this video, and thanks for watching. Till next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.